Hello viewers, I am here with problem number 3 of cash flow statements. Today's problem is specifically considering the decrease in the amount of profit when there is a loss between two balance sheets date, then how to solve the problem of cash flow statement, especially when there is a loss amount, and how to understand this loss amount. So here the 2 years figure 2017 and 2018 figures are given. So the reserve and surplus amount in the year 2017 it was rupees 4 lakh, and in the year 2018 it is rupees 3,50,000. Here it is a decrease in the balance of profit by 50,000, so that the difference is represent the negative balance. Negative balance means the loss amount of profit. So this time we will start the problem net loss before tax. In the preceding problems we solved net profit before tax by writing the first sentence, but this time the amount of profit is decreasing in the current year compared to the preceding year. So then the difference in value is represent loss amount, so that is 50,000 negative balance, minus balance. And other things are as usual, like a share capital, value of share capital increased from 8 lakh to 12 lakh, so 4 lakh rupees increase, inflow of cash. And long-term borrowings, it is increased, inflow of cash. So long-term borrowing, share capital, this amount are the part of financing activities. So under the heading financing activities, this amount, these two items will be written. And current liabilities, so operating activities, here the current liabilities increasing by 10,000, increase in current liabilities, so it is a cash inflow. And total balance, the total balance sheet of 2018 2,50,000 and 2017 16 lakh. Now the second part, assets. So assets part, non-current assets, fixed assets, and under the fixed asset, tangible assets. So tangible assets value is increasing from 9 lakh to 12 lakh, it is increasing. So when non-current assets increasing means it is cash outflow, so it normally represent purchase of fixed assets. So when asset is purchased, so cash outflow minus. Then next, current assets, so except cash and cash equivalent, inventories and trade receivable, these two items are to be transferred under the operating activities, and cash equivalent, which is equal to cash amount, it will be transferred at the bottom of the solution. After adjusting the cash flow from operating, investing and financing activities with that balance, so opening balance of cash, this is a 3,70,000 shall be added to get the value of 3,40,000, the closing balance. So this cash and cash equivalent 2018 closing balance, and 2017 it is opening balance. So this amount we always write add opening balance of cash and cash equivalent. And after adding the value of opening balance with the balance obtained after giving the effect of operating, investing and financing activities balance, then the balance obtained is closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. So here that closing balance is equal to this 3,40,000. Notes to account. So on the face of the balance sheets, we have seen that the share capital, this is the share capital face of the balance sheet question. So on the face of the balance sheet question, share capital. Now it is what type of share capital, whether it is equity share capital or preference share capital. If we look the notes to account, and then the fact will be clear that this is a equity share capital balance. It is given here, equity share capital balance. So the amount will be same, only what is the items here, this one, equity share capital or preference share capital or both. Notes to account will clarify this. Reserve and surplus also as usual, like here surplus balance, that is this is surplus means this is the profit balance. So profit or loss. So here this is this amount is surplus balance, indicating it is a negative figures. So 4 lakh 3,50,000. So 50,000 rupees is decreased compared to last year, negative. And now long-term borrowings given on the face of the balance sheet. The long-term borrowings given on the face of the balance sheet question. Now there it is not mentioned that type of loan is this, whether it is a loan from the commercial bank or loan from the financial institution. But this notes to account clearly indicating that the long-term borrowing represent 10% debentures. That means the company had issued the debentures. And when company issued the debentures, so it is the value of debentures from 2017, 3,50,000, 4,40,000 in 2018. So balance 90,000 value of debentures issued during the year, and it is cash inflow, and it is a financing activities. And now on the face of the balance sheet question, that is given the tangible asset. Then what type of assets are available in the company in the business enterprise? So it is showing here the notes to account under tangible assets. Here enterprise having only plant and machinery, no furniture, no other assets information. It has information of plant and machinery only. So that means the value of opening balance of plant and machinery 9 lakh and the closing balance of plant and machinery 12,000. Thereafter, so adjust the next information. Prepare a cash flow statement after taking into account that depreciation charge on tangible assets was rupees 1,20,000. This represents non-operating expense. So depreciation on tangible assets. It is plant and machinery. So we can write plant and machinery, depreciation on plant and machinery under the operating activities. When the depreciation is charged on the plant and machinery, the value of plant and machinery is decreased. So like here the opening balance, so here. So to understand this fact, so opening balance of plant and machinery given, it is 9 lakh, and the day during the year depreciation is charged, so that is minus 1,20,000. Now the balance should be 7,80,000. Balance obtained is 7,80,000. Now but the balance should be 7,80,000, but it is showing balance 12 lakh. 12 lakh minus 7,80,000. When depreciation is charged, the value of machinery is decreased. 9 lakh minus 1,20,000. So this depreciation, the balance obtained is 7,80,000. So but here the balance is showing 12 lakh. This balance is showing 12 lakh. It means that during the year additional plant and machinery value purchased, and that represent 4,20,000. So 7,80,000, 7,80,000 plus 4,20,000, 4,20,000 equal, it will be 12 lakhs. So this way, and this fact we will understand with the help of machinery ledger account in working note. Here is the solution. So I told you already that the value of reserve and surplus is decreased compared to 2017, current year 2018. So when the current year value of 2018 is compared with the value of 2017 figures, then it is found that the profit and loss account balance is decreased. So then when balance is decreased, so it represents loss, and here it is written net loss after tax. In the preceding problem it was net profit after tax, but in the preceding problem the profit balance was increased. In this problem the profit balance is decreased. So decreased minus, increased plus. Here it is written within negative balance bracket indicating minus. So 50,000 is the minus balance. And under this, for when net loss, to convert the net loss after tax value into net loss before tax, we add these three items with this value, 50,000. But as per this question, all these three items are missing, not given in the question. So here dash nil. Then the balance will remain same, and this is 50,000 negative net loss before tax. The balance will remain net loss before tax. Then the usual next step is here the add non-operating expenses, as regularly we are doing with this heading, non-operating expenses. So under this, depreciation on tangible assets or plant and machinery, 1,20,000 given in the question, adjustment. So then under this non-operating expense heading, only one item, that is depreciation on tangible assets. So then this is the 50,000 is the minus, 1,20,000 is plus, so plus minus minus, it is balance is 70,000. Non-operating incomes, under this heading also there is no information in the question, so this balance is nil. So the balance 70,000 will remain same, and this value represent operating profit before working capital change, 70,000. And next step is add decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities. So when we see the questions, so decrease in current assets, and increase in current liabilities. So let us see first current assets. So current assets, inventories, current asset, trade receivable. These two, cash and cash equivalent, at the bottom of the solution. Now inventories from 2017 2018. From 2017 to 2018, the value is increased. So current asset is increased of inventory value. Inventories and trade receivable is also increased. That means there is no decrease in current asset, current liability. So have a look on current liability is increased. This is the 2017, this is 2018, increased from 50,000 to 60,000. So 10,000 value of current liability is increased. Here trade payables 10,000. Now add this value with this 70,000. So 70,000 plus 10,000, 80,000. Next step is increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities. So just now we have seen that the two current assets were increased here. Inventories by 1 lakh negative minus, and trade receivable by 80,000. Inventories from 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Inventory increase means cash outflow, so it is a minus. And trade receivable also increase means cash outflow, it is minus. And now this minus is a decrease, increase in current assets, and when this is a minus. So now 80,000 minus 1 lakh minus 80,000. So balance is cash generated operation, it is a negative balance, minus 1 lakh. And less tax paid information is not available in the question, so nil. So the balance left negative. And when balance left negative, for negative balance we write net cash used in operating activities. For positive balance we write net cash flow from operating activity. Next heading, cash flow from investing activities. So that is, it is given working note number 1, and I had already shown you this 4,20,000. So additional purchase of plant and machinery during the year, value rupees 4,20,000. So this is also shown in a proper way in the ledger account by preparing ledger account in working notes. So information is available. Then under the investing activities, only one item, that is purchase of plant and machinery, and it is 4,20,000. It is represent negative balance, and here net cash used in investing activities 4,20,000. Next, cash flow from financing activities. Under financing activities, share capital value of balance of share capital increased. So share capital balance 2017 to 2018 from 8 lakh to 12 lakh. So 4 lakh balance of share capital increase, so it is inflow of cash. And here long term borrowings from 3,50,000, 4,40,000 increase. It is also inflow of cash by 90,000. So here 4 lakh value is increased, inflow plus, and 4 lakh here 90,000 increase plus. So if this could have been decreased, so then there it is a cash outflow, minus sign. But it is increased. So remember here the liability increase plus, liability decrease minus, whether it is a short term current or current liabilities or long term liability. Under financing activities, issue of share capital 4 lakh and issue of debentures 90,000. So both are positive. 4,90,000 is net cash flow from financing activity. 3 figures in second column, figure number 1, figure number 2, figure number 3. 2 are negative, 1 is positive. So minus 1 lakh minus 4,20,000, 4,20,000 minus 1 lakh. So 5,20,000 minus 5,20,000 plus 4,90,000. So minus 30,000 balance. So that is, minus means decrease, plus means increase. So here it is to be written net decrease in cash and cash equivalent, and this represent minus 30,000. And next, add opening balance of cash and cash equivalent 3,70,000. The balance of 2017 cash and cash equivalent balance, this balance 3,70,000, and now we will get this value, After giving effect this value, we will get this value 3,40,000. 30,000 is the minus, 3,70,000 is the plus. So plus minus minus. So balance is 3,40,000. So this is represent closing balance of cash and cash equivalent. Now working note, plant and machinery. On debit side, 2017 figure, that is opening balance given in the question. 2017 figure 9 lakh, and closing balance on credit side, this one. And depreciation charge during the year given in the question 1,20,000. 30,20,000 minus 9 lakh opening balance. So the balance difference, balancing figure, and this purchase. So bank account purchase of plant and machinery worth rupees 4,20,000, and which represent cash outflow minus. Here the note is taken that interest on debenture is ignored. So without considering the interest on debenture, this problem has been solved. Well viewers, so all of you watch it, like it and subscribe it, and all of you must practice it. Thank you very much.